Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we will learn how kubectl determines which kubeconfig file to use. When you type a kubectl command, there is a secret process happening behind the scenes. Before kubectl lists parts, deletes deployments, or updates anything, it has to figure out one thing. Where is the kubeconfig file I'm supposed to use? And the kubectl checks in a very strict order, no guessing here. And today let's see in which order kubectl determines which kubeconfig file to use. Highest priority is --kubeconfig flag. If you explicitly pass --kubeconfig, then kubectl uses only that file. It ignores everything else. It ignores your environment variables, your home directory, everything. Let me show you one example. How to pass kubeconfig flag. Kube, let's come back. Kube control --kubeconfig equal to your config file name of the config file. In your case, it can be prod.ml and your regular parameters. In our case, nodes. So what happens when you issue this command? Kubectl will fetch the nodes from the cluster which is defined in prod.ml. So that's how it works. So the highest priority is you need to define --kubeconfig. That's the highest priority. Now let's move to our second one. The next priority is kubeconfig environment variables. If --kube flag is not provided, then kubectl checks whether you have kubeconfig environment variable or not. Now how do we check whether kubeconfig environment variable is there or not? So we can check with our command env. Let's say we just see env. Let's see what happens. So it will list all the environment variables. Now let's grep it. Now grep kubeconfig. Please note here the kubeconfig should be in capital letters. Here the environment variable is case sensitive. It has to be capital letters. See here we don't have any environment variable set for kubeconfig. So how do we define? We can export it. Export kubeconfig equal to, say for example, dev.yaml. Let's see whether the environment variable is set or not. Yes. So now you can use your cluster as normal, like simple kube control, get pods, get deployments, whatever it is. So when you issue this command, it will fetch the parts from the cluster which is defined in dev.yaml. So that's the second highest priority. So defining environment variable. So that's the second highest priority. Now the last one is your default location. Before moving to our last priority, let's remove our environment variable kubeconfig. Let's confirm it. Okay, it's done. Now the last priority is our default location. So what's the our default location? So it's .cube folder. Let's see our .cube folder. So right now we are in .cube folder, and let's list. Here if you see here the config file. So this is your default kubeconfig configuration file. So if you don't define your dash dash kubeconfig flag, or if you are not set your kubeconfig environment variable, then it will move to your default location. So what happens when you issue any command? In our case, get nodes. So kubectl get nodes. So it will fetch the nodes from the cluster which is defined in config file. So in our case, it successfully fetched the nodes. One important thing is that here in our default location, the name of the file is just config, not the kubeconfig. Yeah, it's in .cube folder. In .cube folder, the name of the file is config. Okay. This is where most people's primary cluster configuration lives. Before ending our video, so I just want to clarify one thing, very small thing. Kubecontrol does not search the current directory. It's very important. Kubecontrol doesn't automatically look for a kubeconfig file in your current folder. Many people assume that it will search automatically your current folder. If it is not there in your current folder, then it will look for the default location. No, that's not the correct. Many people assume that, but it's not true. Kubecontrol will read a local kubeconfig file only if you explicitly point it using dash dash kubeconfig or environment variable. If you tell that, so you have to use this local configuration file, then you can use either dash dash kubeconfig flag or environment variable. You can set as the environment variable. So this is how the kubecontrol determines which kubeconfig file it has to use. So very simple thing, it's very important thing. Remember, kubecontrol follows one simple priority. First thing is kubeconfig flag. Second one is kubeconfig environment variable. Last thing is default .cube slash config flag, file. And kubecontrol never looks in your current directory unless you tell it to. Hope this video helped you understand how kubecontrol finds your kubeconfig file. If you enjoy clear, practical Kubernetes explanations like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel and stay updated with more deep dive content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.